All right, if x equals -2 and y equals 5 and z equals -3, I want you to find what -4x squared minus 7y plus 4z is. All right, now first of all, if I was just going to simplify this, this is as simplified as it can be because an x squared is a different variable than a y, which is a different variable than a z, so I can't put them together. If this was like -4z minus 7z plus 4z, I could put them all together because they're all z's, but one's an x squared, one's a y, one's a z, so that doesn't work out. Okay, so if I start plugging stuff in here, this is going to be -2 in place of the x. Notice that the x is completely gone. I'm replacing the variable with the number. Minus 7 times 5. Oh, and parentheses does imply that we're just multiplying here. You could just put a dot if you wanted to, but for goodness sakes, do not put an x because x implies a variable. So you don't want to get confused. Look, there's an x in this problem right here. You don't want to get confused about multiplying and variables. That's bad news. So stop using that for multiplication. Z is -3. All right, -2 squared is -2 times -2, which is +4. So that's -4 times +4 minus 35 plus -12. -4 times +4 is -16. All right, so I've got a negative number, and then I'm going to make this add a negative, add a negative. So basically I'm adding 3 negative numbers together all at once. And if you add -16 and -35 and -12, it becomes more and more and more negative until it hits -63. Example 6. All right, we're going to use the exact same variables. X is -2, just like before. Y was 5, and z is still -3. Only this time, the problem that you're doing on your own is going to be 2 times parentheses x minus 5 squared plus 4y, all divided by z plus 4. All right, pause, 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 pause. And try it yourself. All right, I'm assuming that you're back because you've totally tried it by yourself. So that's 2 times x replaces that -2. 5 goes in for y. On the bottom is -3 plus 4. All right, we got to do parentheses first. So that's -2 minus 5 in there. That'd be 2 times -7 squared plus 4 times 5 over, I might as well simplify the bottom because I can. Remember, it's like you got to simplify the top and then the bottom and then deal with them together. So the bottom is -3 plus 4, and I know that that's 1. So that's pretty easy because anything over 1 is just itself, so it's almost like I can ignore it completely if I want to. So the top here is -7 squared. -7 times a -7 is +49. Plus 4 times 5 over 1, which is what, 98 plus 20? I'm not even going to write over 1 anymore because I know that that just means that it's a whole number. So that makes 118. Did you get it right? Hope you did. All right, we only have one more example left. And the reason why I put it on here is because it has to do with not only the distribution property, which is something we should probably talk about, but also it has to do with fractions and multiplying them. All right. Write it down. It is 1/3 times, parentheses, 4/5 m minus 3/2 n minus 27. So, when you're distributing, the first thing you have to do is you're going to multiply the coefficient, which is the number in front of the variable, right? And you're going to multiply this times this times this, and this times this. So if you don't remember how to multiply fractions, You just multiply the tops and the bottoms and then simplify. So the first one is 4 over 15m, 4/15 m, minus, let's see, the top would be 1 times 3 over here, and the bottom is 3 times 2, which is 6n, minus. This one isn't a fraction, and it's hard to multiply a whole number times a fraction, so I'm going to put it over 1 to make it a little easier. That would be 1 times 27 right there. It's a negative, of course, and then 3 times 1 on the bottom. So this math is all correct right now, but the problem is that it's not simplified. 4/15, that doesn't simplify at all. But 3/6, well, that's just 1/2. And 27 divided by 3 is 9. So that's my final answer. I can't combine them together because one is an m, one is an n, and the other is just a plain old number. All right. You actually have math homework this weekend. Can you believe it? You can get it done right now. Also, I will be staying in that group chat tomorrow after I let you go, after the warm-up, and I will give you a chance to ask me questions then, just in case you have questions as you are going. So there's the homework. It is page 20, numbers 27 through 48, multiples of 3. That means you have to do number 27, then 30, then 33, then 36, etc. And then you have to do problems 67, 68, 91, and 97. Okay, so I will see you guys on Monday, but feel free to jump into the chat if you want to ask me questions. Bye.